some new updates regarding the new interpretation to rules that YouTube dropped a couple weeks ago. So they dropped these rules. They reinterpreted old rules, basically saying that now loading 30 round magazines into a gun uh, counts as a modification to the firearm, therefore is deserving of a strike, video deletion, and 3 strikes, channels being deleted. The biggest part of that is almost every gun content creator has dozens, if not hundreds or thousands of videos, in which we show loading a magazine into a firearm. Mr. Guns and Gear had his a couple explanations of his videos that were taken down where he was loading a 15 round magazine. Um, so this was concerning because so many channels had these videos already up, and they were applying this rule to videos that were posted before they interpreted this rule. It pretty much meant that it could apply to every gun content creator, and every gun content creator could have their channels deleted, pretty much. So this was very upsetting to me. So I put forward some steps to try to fight back myself. I created a petition. I tagged a bunch of the big gun tubers and stuff like that. Didn't get any support or anything like that. And none of the big gun tubers had mentioned that they were doing anything, which I kind of wish that they did to give some peace of mind to the community. Well, Mr. Guns and Gear released a video a couple days ago where he had broken down where he had actually made headway. His channel was taken down again because of the same type of situation. And of course, if you go watch his video, you can see in more detail. But as he explained in his video, him and a couple other major big gun tubers that he didn't specify names, were actually fighting behind the scenes and were told to keep it hush hush until everything was resolved. Basically, he said his rep that works with him, along with reps for a bunch of other YouTube channels that create gun content, even some that weren't just gun channels, but also outdoors channels that being struck by this stuff. Uh, all of them were independently working their reps, and they all went to the moderation team that's located in San Francisco. And apparently, some senators from the House got in on the action too, and actually visited the moderation team over in San Francisco to kind of tell them, hey, knock this off. This is, really unfair. This content is, legal in the U.S. as a whole, and you're really hurting all these channels because, counts for probably hundreds of millions of subscribers across the whole platform. So, from what I understood, they had to keep this all hush hush until everything resolved. He came out with this video explaining that apparently, for the time being, YouTube has backed off in what was okay previous to this set of new rules is apparently okay for the time being. I tried reaching out to him to try to see if I can get clarification on what was told to him, if indeed inserting, standard capacity magazines is on the up and up again. Because in the way they interpreted the rule, they were counting that as modifying the firearm, which is, insane. Because you're inserting a magazine that's a function of the firearm, that's not modifying it. So I'm trying to reach out and try to see, hey, y'all mentioned that y'all did some stuff, you made some wins and stuff like that. What exactly entailed that y'all did that got this going, and what can we, use to fight back later on? Because anything that they won right now can be used later on if there's any more of these rule changes. So that's that. I really wish the gun channels that were all part of this effort would come forward and at least make a statement so we know who they are, so we can give them our support. They're deserving of our support. Unfortunately, smaller channels like mine who don't have a moderation team yet, you only get those at like 100,000 subs and stuff like that. We have no way to fight back. And of course, there's not even a way we can, launch a complaint through the moderation stuff, when we get a strike. But that's all we can really do. They don't really care about us. We have no clout to fight back with. So I really wish that these channels would come forward and say, hey, look, this is what we did. This is how we were able to resolve this. This is a big win for us, and we can, uh, start using this strategy moving forward from when they drop these rules that are just insane. Uh, on another note, I really wish the senators that were involved would come forward and say, hey, yeah, we did this. We helped out. This was wrong, and we helped resolve it because, well, then we can use that as a standing point. Say, hey, look, these senators deserve support. They're on our side. They're helping us out. But as of now, I've not seen anyone besides Guns and Gear come forward and say that they had that they were actively involved in this effort. I've seen Demolition Ranch made a post about him getting his longest suppressor video back, and also that they had won against this stuff, but they didn't really go into too much detail. And as far as I know, they still haven't made a video. But then again, that's not Matt's style. He doesn't make those kind of videos on that. He might mention it's kind of here in a video or there, but he doesn't really go into the weeds with it. So I'm assuming he was definitely one of those ones that are fighting back because he's the biggest gun tuber on the planet. So it would only make sense that he would be part of it. But I wish everyone would come forward and say, yeah, we are all the ones who did this. And I would like even better if we could actually, as a gun creator community, create some type of organization that's geared towards fighting YouTube's crazy rules and keeping our rights on the platform. I don't understand why they say that they make a lot of these rules because of the laws in other countries. Well, there's content that's banned here in the US that you see on YouTube, and you get a black screen that says, sorry, this content's not available in your country. If anything in our content is illegal in another country, why can't they just do that for us in other countries? So, I mean, that would make sense. So, I'm still going to try to advocate for trying to create a organization of gun content creators. That way we can try to have a organized voice to stand up when this kind of stuff happens. Because it wasn't very... what's the word I'm thinking about? Encouraging to me that I saw so little actual talk back about this and people saying that they were going to support this or fight back against it. They did it behind the scenes, obviously, but still publicly for other small content creators, we're out of the loop. So I really think we should create some type of community, some type of organization where we can all stand together, communicate, and fight back against this kind of stuff. And hopefully get senators that are pro-gun and anti-big tech to be part of this and give us a real voice. I'm going to keep trying to work towards that and advocating that. And if it goes anywhere, great. Best case scenario. Anything that improves our rights as Americans, all the better. But the big guys, the big creators have to be on board as well. If it's just a bunch of little no-name channels like me that got less than 1,000 subs, or hopefully soon has 1,000 subs, we still don't have much of a voice. We don't have millions and millions of subscribers that get millions of views on every single video we put out. So overheated. I had to stand it on my dash, and it may be February in Texas, but it's Texas and it's hot, so I'm literally having to hold my phone in front of the AC vent to cool it down. Anyway, so like I was saying, I'm gonna keep trying to advocate for trying to get an organization together for all of us gun content creators and even conservative creators who just have make conservative content, because they're hit hard as well, to be able to come together and fight YouTube on these issues, But anyways, y'all guys have a good one. Support the Second Amendment, support your rights, and if any of those gun content creators like Mr. Guns and Gear do in fact come forward and say, Go over there, subscribe to them, hit the bell, show them your support. They put up the good fight for us, and we got a little bit of a win, and that's always good. But anyways, y'all guys have a good one, and I'll see y'all next time.